What if I told you that today you'll leave here different? I'm talking to you right here. You're going to witness an absolute spectacle. So what happens next? You ready? Are you ready? Welcome to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, current and ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends, and Hollywood scriptwriters take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question. Should or shouldn't you watch this? How does this stack up to Jordan Peele's other two movies? Is it better? Is it worse? Find out this week and next week as we review Nope from 2022.
You ready?
This man is not what you think.
He gonna get you today.
Are you ready?
Rated R, only in theaters Friday.
Joining me today is friend of the pod and friend of the priest, guest JJ, who's been on the show many times on many of our most popular episodes. If you haven't listened to those, you need to. Welcome back to the show, my man.
Yo, popcorn.
Yeah. And also joining us for the third time, screenwriter and Hollywood name dropper, Jerry Garcia. Welcome back to the show, man.
Thank you. Sorry for cutting you off there.
Oh, dude. That's fine. Welcome back, gentlemen, I should say. This is, we joined forces on Karate Kid. And what was the other one?
Sicario.
Ah, yeah, Sicario. Very good ones.
Yeah, great review. That was a great movie.
Oh, do you need some more applause? I screwed that up.
That's the applause for Karate Kid.
Yeah, applause for Karate Kid and Sicario.
Yeah.
Go
Exactly.
Listen to them. Yeah. All right, so the description for this one: the residents of a lonely gulch in inland California bear witness to an uncanny and chilling discovery. Directed by Jordan Peele, director of such hits as Get Out and Us. Top billed stars are Daniel Kaluuya, Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, and Brandon Perea. What, did I say those right? One time?
Close enough.
Yeah, okay. And I also really like Stephen Yeun. Stephen Yeun. He's
Win?
Stephen Wynn. Is it W? It's Yeun.
I thought it was Win, but I could be wrong.
Stephen
Yeun.
Wynn. Yeah.
The guy from Walking Dead.
Yeah, the guy from Walking Dead. He's awesome. And I don't know why he didn't get top billed star over Brandon Perea, but
Sorry, Steven, for butchering your name. We just don't know how to say that.
yeah, we love you. Thanks for listening. Runtime for this one is 2 hours and 10 minutes. Rated R. Genre on Rotten Tomatoes says horror, mystery, and thriller. And IMDb says horror, mystery, and sci-fi. So with the IMDb genre and the Rotten Tomatoes genres, I look this up because I'm curious why one says horror, mystery, and thriller, yet IMDb says horror, mystery, sci-fi. So IMDb has a rubric of what those mean. And I want to read you, because I haven't read these particular genres on the show before. So I've got horror, mystery, and thriller. So horror says, should contain numerous consecutive scenes of characters affecting a terrifying and or repugnant narrative throughout the title. Note, not to be confused with thriller, which is not usually based in fear or abhorrence. The examples they give are The Shining, Halloween from 1978, and A Quiet Place. This is a horror, right?
This was actually one of my questions, popcorn questions. What genre is this movie? Because under the trivia, it says this is the first horror film in IMAX.
Real? That's true.
I didn't know that. What?
So it classified as horror under the IMAX tag. So, but I don't know. What do you think it is? I do think it's a mix of all those.
Do you think it's horror, mystery, and thriller? Probably, right? I think it is. This might be the right.
Well, you got to throw sci-fi in there too, I think.
That's true. It is. It's probably horror, mystery, thriller, and sci-fi.
But I might disagree with the horror. I think it's more of a thriller sci-fi than a horror.
I didn't get any horror vibes from the film, if I'm going to be completely honest.
This is going to be really hard not to spoil it in this week's part 1, but I'll say this, and you hit the buzzer if I'm going too far, but there is blood. I'm not going to say how it comes upon us, but there is blood. And it's not just like someone gets a little paper cut. There's a lot of blood. So I don't know, that gave me horror vibes when I watched it.
Yeah. And then whatever you want to call the mystery object, I mean, that's got to be sci-fi though, right?
Yeah, mystery / sci-fi. So here's what
unless you want to classify that as a monster.
Yeah, definitely sci-fi.
And make it in the horror genre. What would you classify Jaws, for example?
Yeah, I think that's its own genre. It's like a monster thriller.
Yeah.
But there's not really a genre monster. But you do go see a monster movie.
Yeah, like Godzilla. Is Godzilla horror?
I wouldn't say
action.
I would say action. All right, I'm going to read mystery and thriller. So this says, should contain numerous interrelated scenes of one or more characters endeavoring to widen their knowledge of anything pertaining to themselves or others, usually but not always associated with crime. Examples are Girl on the Train from 2016, Gone Girl, and Winter's Bone.
Yeah, with that description, I wouldn't say that this is a thriller then.
Yeah, because here's thriller. Should contain numerous sensational scenes or a narrative that is sensational or suspenseful. Note, not to be confused with mystery or horror, and should only sometimes be accompanied by one or both. So they themselves are saying you can't have all three, but we're saying it has all three plus sci-fi.
Yeah, Pill did the whole mix, so...
Yeah, I think he got it. I think he got all four into this movie. And speaking of IMDb, the rating from IMDb is 7.0 out of 10 from 121,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gives us an 82% from 417 critics and 68% from 5,000 plus audience ratings. Seems low. The audience ratings are low.
I'd be curious to know, do you know Get Out and Us's rating?
Here, Get Out is 98% from critics and 86% from audience. And Us, 93 and then 60. So this one scores slightly higher with the audience than Us.
I think it's because the ending was so confusing in Us. That's why a lot of people are just like, huh? I don't get it. I mean, myself included.
I don't know, man. We'll get into this a little bit more, a little bit of this week and a lot next week, but I think I wasn't as confused in Us as I was in Nope.
Same.
Okay, we'll leave
Definitely
it at that.
Confusing.
All right, let's get into, before we get into our new category, where to watch this right now. At the time of this recording, you can only purchase the digital copy from your preferred purveyor of digital media. If you choose the highest tier of our Patreon account, you'll have access to the Popcorn Priest Permanent Collection. Go to patreon.com/Popcorn Priest for details. And this brings us to our newest and most popular section in the show called Popcorn Reviews the Reviews. And this is where I cherry pick 2 to 3 of the top insane 10 out of 10 reviews from the normal people on either Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. And then I select 3 of the worst. And then we kind of just talk about those. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
This is the 10 out of 10s. Amazing, says Gold Gamer 41402. Probably the best out of the trilogy. He calls this a trilogy. Jordan Peele really gave us an amazing movie here, and I would watch it all day. I would definitely recommend this movie to everyone. 10 out of 10.
All day seems excessive.
Seems excessive.
A lot of that seems excessive.
And I don't view this as a trilogy. He's just made 3 films.
Yeah,
so far.
this is not a trilogy.
Well, and they're not even related to each other. I mean, right?
Exactly. It's almost like, the three flavors cornetto I'm the worst popcorn priest ever. If I can't remember, it's the zombie one. It's the one with Shaun of the Dead. Dead. The Hot Fuzz, and then the one about the aliens. So he did a kind of a trilogy, but that was like a loose trilogy. This is definitely not a trilogy. So sorry, Gold Gamer 41402. It is not a trilogy.
Nope on that review.
Nope on that review. All right, Zach Pike. He says, please, please, please ignore the critics on this film. When I tell you this is Jordan Peele's most beautifully chilling film yet, I mean it. I was in absolute awe the entire duration, and the way all these subtle things linked together was so well thought out, it's hard not to be blown away. 10 out of 10 stars.
That guy wrote that when he was high.
I mean, many gummies were consumed before this review.
But he means it. He means it, so I respect that.
He does, but there is no way all these subtle things link together, and they are well thought out. No. I'm sorry.
Nope.
All right, the last great review is, let's go, boy, says Unique Particle. I haven't felt well today, and this has still hit the spot. Nope is everything I'd want it to be and more. Ultimate IMAX experience with the sound, cinematography is beautiful throughout, and the intensity was so good. Jordan Peele created another hit that should be appreciated. 10 out of 10 stars. So I would agree with Unique Particle in the fact that this was a movie that you needed to experience in IMAX with the sound and the cinematography, because those shots were awesome.
Definitely one of my favorite parts of the whole entire movie was the cinematography and the sound and the IMAX. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we were able to hit that up.
But I'm glad this movie cheered this guy up. Unique Particle. He was having a bad day and he saw it and he feels better. So once again, I respect that.
All right. Here's 3 terrible reviews, and these might be inching towards the Popcorn Priest reviews, but we'll leave that at that. M. Loya 58732 says, it's a nope for me. I left feeling disappointed. Thought the concept was cheesy and drawn out way too long. Not what I expected. But with a movie title like that, it should have heed the warning signs not to watch it. Also, who gives this movie a 10 out of 10? What? Nope. Come on, Jordan. I expected more from you. Slap ass. 1 out of 10 stars. What does that even mean?
Harsh, but
what does that even mean? Slap ass? He just says slap ass at the end.
That must be a new one. I don't know.
I don't get that.
One of the things that they come up with nowadays, but yeah, it was a bit harsh, but I can kind of second a lot of that, to be honest.
I mean, that's why I picked it. Next one. How on earth are people rating this above a 4? Says Jamie JJ 86. I have rated this film 1 to even out the fact that this film currently has a score of over 7, which is beyond crazy. This film shouldn't be more than a 4 or a 5, being generous. 1 out of 10 stars.
He just wants to even things out.
Yeah, I mean,
God bless him.
I love the fact that he's saying it's a 4 or a 5. I'm kind of in there. And Rotten Tomatoes 68. What's that? A 6? That's a 6, right? 6.5. If you're going on that rubric.
This guy is passionate about his ratings.
Yeah, he's pushing it down. He's taking the score down. All right, B.A. Harrison, this is the last one, says Close Encounters of the Turd Kind. In 2015, my son insisted we watch Brendan Fraser's comedy Furry Vengeance from 2010. I forgave him, eventually. Today, he suggested we go see Nope. It's going to be a long time before I'm able to let this one go. 1 out of 10 stars.
Wow.
Wow. Strong words there.
This guy's about to disown his son over Nope.
As well as comparing it to Furry Vengeance.
Tell him nope.
Yeah, the classic Furry Vengeance. The classic.
Isn't that about like gerbils or something? Like I don't.
No,
Poor Brendan Fraser. He's having a comeback right now, which is great. I like that.
I feel bad for this guy's son.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little too far. So this is all in jest, right? I mean, I'm just trying to take both sides of the spectrum here with the reviews. So that really brings us to our hottest segment in podcasting. Should or shouldn't you watch this? And you guys, please add to this list because I struggled to get 5. So here's my 5 reasons why you should watch this. Number 1, if you watch Jordan's other 2 movies, this is for you. Yes?
Correct.
Number 2, if you like UFO movies, is this for you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Number 3, if you want to be confused at the end and wonder what you just saw, this is for you.
Yes.
Yes?
You could also add like in the beginning and the middle too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Throughout the film, if you want to be confused at the beginning, middle, or end and wonder what you just saw, this is for you. Number 4.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, exactly. And number 4, if you enjoy reading articles about other people trying to explain this for you, then this is for you. Did you guys go do that?
I had to.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest.
I felt like I did that for way too long. I was like, I needed to figure it out. I just walked away.
Didn't get
Weird.
a good answer.
Yeah.
I watched way too many Nope Explain YouTube videos.
Yeah. That's a good place to go, to the YouTube rabbit hole for stuff like this.
Do you have a 5th reason?
I do. And the last reason, number 5, I don't have a 5. I don't have a 5th reason. Give me a reason that we should tell the listeners to watch Nope. Because obviously I'm probably on the lower spectrum. I think you guys, I don't know where Gerry stands, but I think I know where JJ stands. Give me another reason or 2 or 3.
I mean, it lures. I think it kind of does a good job luring you at times. Visually, like Jeff said earlier, like the cinematography, visually, the effects, it was actually well done. I will give it that. I can't take that away, but
100%. I agree with you, Gerry.
Yeah. So like if you're nice little date night, that's why you should go see it.
A date night.
It's still a nice little date night because I mean you're not going to be paying attention to the movie anyways.
I don't know if your date night's gonna go. I don't know if your date night's gonna end well. After you've seen this movie.
Well, like I said, y'all aren't probably going to be paying attention to the movie anyways. If you know.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, then yes, this is a perfect date film. If you're not going to be paying attention and you're just doing other items,
because you're going to be lost anyways.
Yeah, that's great. This is a date film. This is a Valentine's Day, not a October Halloween movie.
Snuggle up on the couch, put some Nope on.
On. I like it. Any other reasons that we missed?
So I just want to piggyback on Jerry's comments, just the cinematography, and you know when you go see a Jordan Peele movie, you're in for a treat as far as visuals. You just know the scenes are handled with utmost care, and he's got complete control of his vision. So the storyline we can talk about later and things like that, but he's going to respect the visuals. I
agree. I mean,
Amen.
And I agree with what Gerry was saying too about the fact that like you were invested. I was invested. I didn't know why, but I was like, something's going to happen. It's coming, right? It's going to come. And I just kept waiting and I was like, oh, it was engaging. I was not bored. I was just confused. Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
There you go.
That was.
Oh my gosh, that was the longest pause. I thought I lost everybody there.
I think you should leave that in.
I might have to leave that in. I was like, wow, my comment was so potent that you just were left speechless.
I was feeling it. I was taking it in for a minute.
You're just letting the note
talk
flow over you and wash over you. I mean, the popcorn priest has that effect on people, All right. Any other reasons that we might have missed before we get into popcorn by the numbers?
I mean, acting was good. I mean, I had no complaints with the acting. I mean,
Yeah, acting was great.
Who's the sister? Kiki Palmer, is that her name?
Kiki Palmer, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she does a great job because she's annoying, and that's exactly what a little sister is. So no, she does. She lands that perfectly.
Yeah, she is very annoying and on purpose, and it's great. Great casting.
I like how Michael Wincott. He was the one that plays the cinematographer.
Oh, I was gonna say that. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. He was. I remember when I first saw him in Robin Hood, the Kevin Costner one.
Yes.
That was that's a good movie. But
what's his name again?
Michael Wincott. He's really good. He's been in a lot of stuff.
He's a really great character actor.
Yeah. He was in an old movie, about Basquiat.
What is that?
About Jean-Michel Basquiat. Jean-Michel Basquiat. He's a New York street artist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was I can't remember. Oh, who plays? I don't know. I don't want to go off too far.
Jerry's elevating the pod with Jean-Michel Basquiat.
Yeah. No, he was in that, and he was really good. So that's why, I don't know. I think he's a good actor, so I'm glad at least he was in it.
Yeah, he brought a lot of like really cool, spooky. I mean, his voice is really gravelly and scratchy, and he spoke really softly and like slowly. He was awesome.
He's very typical filmmaker.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, you're the name dropper. You know any filmmakers that kind of resemble this guy? Not physically, but like his actions. Come on, man. Just give me some names. Just drop them.
And that's what these. Well, so there was a show we worked on called Mosaic. It was I think it was done with HBO, but Steven Soderbergh was the director for that, and he just he doesn't sound like him, but it's just like the mannerisms because he's just very like he knows what he wants, and he knows his vision, and so he's very very focused, I guess, and that's kind of the vibe I got from Wincott's character. He's like he's just focused. He's seen it all, done it all. Yeah, he doesn't.
He's like, give me. Let's get the shot. I don't really care about your comfort or anything else. Like just do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. But Steven was a really really good guy though. Like he was a really good director.
Yeah.
I didn't get too much interaction with him, but from what I saw, he was pretty.
Were you on the set of that film?
Yeah. I was an extra, and then I did some PA work on that too.
Which one?
So, it was called Mosaic.
That was a Soderbergh film?
Yeah, it was with Sharon Stone.
Oh wow!
Name dropped.
Jeez, so many names are being dropped. I love it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who else was it. Oh, the guy from Home Alone, Devin Rattray. He plays Buzz. He plays Buzz.
Oh,
the older brother.
I love that guy.
Kevin, what'd you do to my room?
Right.
That guy.
Did you meet any of these guys while you were on set?
I didn't meet Sharon, but I did meet the other two. So I met Steven, obviously, and then Devin as well.
Oh my gosh.
He was on another movie that was at Sundance, and I saw him there at the premiere of that. I can't remember what it was. It was a different movie. But anyways.
Dude, you're the champion of weaving in the craziest name drop that has weirdly like connective tissue to this. I love it. That's why you're on the show.
How did we get all the way to Sharon Stone? I don't even remember how we got to that.
It was the guy, the cinematographer actor. That guy.
Oh yeah, he reminded me of Steven a little bit. Yeah, that was probably the closest one. I don't even think that's a great example, but kind of similar vibe. Yeah.
I don't know Steven Soderbergh. I don't call him Steven either. So this is awesome.
Oh shit! I don't even think I'm allowed to call him anything.
I know.
You are Coffee Boy.
Well, that brings us. This is a great segue into Popcorn by the Numbers.
For God's sake, just give me the damn number.
All right. If you know this, don't say it. But what do you think the budget was for this film? I guess you can say it if you already looked it up.
I actually don't remember.
I would say like 100 million.
Probably because of the effects.
It was 68 million.
Okay.
So I mean, it's pretty high for a horror film.
Yeah.
I just feel like all those sets were built,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The amusement park was built. I'm assuming that like house was built too, the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the attraction place.
Yeah, the amusement park, the attraction.
Yeah.
For sure. And they I don't know if they moved it or they built it on the back lot of Universal, but it's there. Like you can go to all those attractions and walk through it now.
Yeah, I did see a video of that. It looks pretty awesome.
It does look cool. Weirdly enough, I would enjoy seeing that. I don't know why, but it sounds cool to me.
I also know they have a War of the Worlds set too. Friend of the pod, John, did it. It's pretty cool.
I love it.
That'd be cool.
The domestic box office haul is, what do you think the domestic is versus worldwide?
I don't know. I guess they probably at least made money back worldwide. Probably, I'd say domestic would be about half, split the difference. That'd be my guess.
122 million for domestic, and then worldwide is 169 million.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is good.
That's a decent return.
Yeah.
They did a lot of marketing. I'd be interested to see what the marketing budget was, because I don't know if they include that in the.
Yeah, I've always wondered that exact same thing. And whenever I look it up, I would love it to know, because I feel like some of these movies, like they like hide some money, and because they just want people to go see it, and they spend a ton of money on marketing. So
yeah.
What do you think Hill's pulling for this film?
I don't know for sure, but I would say between 10 and 15 million. 10 million? 10.
Yeah, he's on the upper echelon now of directors.
Yeah, I would say 10. I would say around 10, which he deserves it. Like, he's great. I love his storytelling, and I love the fact that I probably should have brought this up in one of the reasons to watch this is a new story. Like, I'm not watching a superhero movie. I'm not watching a sequel. I'm not watching a sequel after 37 years. I'm watching something new, which is very cool.
I did appreciate how it was shot on film.
Yes, this was his first time shooting on film.
Yeah, I respect that, because it's I feel like it's a dying art. Not many directors shoot on film anymore. I think it looks a lot, more vivid.
Yeah.
Than digital.
Yes,
definitely. I appreciate the uniqueness as well, and just how he beats to his own drum, and like I was saying, every detail is carefully planned out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
So I only have a couple of by the numbers, but Keke Palmer's introductory scene in which Emerald delivers her energetic and fast-talking monologue, which I really enjoyed, about her family history during a safety meeting on the set of a film shoot, took 14 takes to shoot. Jordan Peele described each one as very wildly different. She seemed very animated.
I'd like to see the other take just to kind of compare.
It would be cool. Would. You would not, or you would?
It's just too much. It's too over the top for me.
That's true. Listening to that whole thing, I didn't think about that until Jeff just said something.
14 times?
Oh, nope. Yeah. So I just now remembered how long that was. I was like looking at like when is she gonna be done talking about this? This is very long. It was very awkward. It felt awkward, that scene. So another one here, the very early clip of the jockey, speaking of her talking about the scene, she's talking about the jockey riding a horse, which Emerald claims features her and OJ's ancestor, is a real 1878 animated series of photographs, one of the first moving images ever, which has come to be called the Sallier Gardenier at a Gallop. It's the name of the horse. The two jockeys were listed as being named C. Marvin and G. Dom. Neither of their identities are known, though they very well could have been black, as Emerald claims. In those days, many jockeys were black, such as 13 of the 15 jockeys racing at the first Kentucky Derby in 1875. And Peele talks about it quite a bit, that he 100% believes that they were black actors, the first black actors.
and the first actors on film. And not
Yeah, I was
cool,
wondering about
not
that.
cool that they were not known.
Yeah.
The ID FE1111 appears on Angel's truck. FE stands for Fry's Electronics. Jeremiah 11:11 is notably referenced in Jordan Peele's previous film, Us, from 2019. It says, "Therefore, this is what the Lord says. I will bring on them a disaster they cannot escape. Although they cry out to me, I will not listen to them." You know why this is in by the numbers?
What is that?
Because it has
a number.
Yeah, because it has a number in it. But it it's funny because Fry's Electronics is out of business. They went out of business during the filming of this.
What?
Oh, I didn't even know that was a real store.
There was one in Vegas. I went to it many times. It's awesome.
I didn't know that.
I thought it was just like a Best Buy ripoff.
No,
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Or like Geek Squad.
no, it was a real place, and too bad for Fry's. They could have used the publicity. Too late.
Oh, it sucks.
Couple more. The film begins with a quote from the biblical book of Nahum, another Bible reference. I guess Peele's a Bible nut. By interesting coincidence, the vision of the prophet Nahum did involve a lot of horses as well. Who'd have thought? So many Bible references of horses. Thanks, Prophet Nahum.
Yeah, so in that verse, it starts the film when it says, "I will pelt you with filth, I will treat you with contempt, I will make you a spectacle." And the whole theme of the spectacle is this movie, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
And that's what Pill wanted to film. I was watching one of his interviews, and he kind of said he wanted to be like Spielberg-esque, and that's what a spectacle is, right? When we think of Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, like Jaws. He references Jaws.
He was saying that Jaws and Close Encounters, those are big influences.
Yeah. And like The Thing. I think he talked about that a little bit too in some of his interviews.
He did. He also defended John Carpenter. Somebody said he was the best horror director of all time. And he's like, no, that's John Carpenter slander.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up next week in Popcorn Redemption, but I love that you brought it up now because some Twitter fan proclaimed that Jordan Peele was the greatest horror director of all time. And he's like, I love your enthusiasm, but I will not tolerate any John Carpenter slander.
Yeah. And who knows? Peele's, he's up there. His career's pretty young, so
yeah,
it's not over yet.
There's a lot that we still get from Peele. We need to peel back some more Jordan Peele in the coming years. On July 22nd, 2021, Jordan Peele released an image on Instagram for this movie with the title Nope. And I remember when he dropped that. Exactly 1 year later, the film will be released on July 22nd, 2022. Many twos. It's a number. Did you guys remember seeing the poster? And you were like, what is going on with this poster?
Yeah, and I also learned about, do you know the Stevens character with the cowboy hat on the poster?
Steven Yeun? Yeah.
And the cowboy hat is actually I don't want to spoil anything, but the mysterious object in the movie, right?
Yeah, keep it at that.
So it was pretty cool how it looked like a cowboy hat, but it turned out to be,
I like that. My last by the numbers is when Ricky Yoon states that in 1 hour you will leave here having witnessed a spectacle. There's exactly 1 hour until the film's end credits.
Nice. I like when movies do that.
I do too. I love it when there's a countdown clock and it actually is the exact same amount of time.
Yeah.
I loved the TV show 24 for that very reason.
Jack Bauer.
I mean, dude, I love it. I love it when I don't love it when it's the opposite, where when the villain is approaching someone and they the camera cuts back 30 times and you're like, dude, I could have crawled faster than this guy's running towards this person to kill them.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. I like when time goes by at the right amount of time.
An example that I thought of. Have you ever seen Zero Dark 30?
Yes.
Yeah. So apparently the final the scene where they raid the Bin Laden complex. Apparently the amount of time it took in the movie was about the exact same amount of time it took for them to actually go on this raid from start to finish. So as soon as they landed, they crashed
awesome.
one of the choppers. Yeah, apparently it took that long. And I'm like, you think about it, that's actually pretty quick though. Yeah. Like that's fast.
It felt quick.
Yeah. Like Catherine Bigelow wanted to make it as gripping as possible. So
yeah, that's a really good example. Have you guys seen Nick of Time with Johnny Depp?
Yes, I was thinking of that when I was talking about this, and I didn't think anyone would know about that.
Yeah, I love that movie. Christopher Walken's a bad guy.
And isn't it like a 2-hour, like?
Yeah, it might be a little shorter, but yeah, Johnny Depp's his daughter gets kidnapped, and he's got an hour to save her or so, and it takes place all in real time.
Yeah, it's great.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we're nearing the end of part 1, but I wanted to. I don't know how we can do this without being super spoilery, but this is should you watch this? And I know we're going to give our main rating next week, but can we give the listeners a should or shouldn't you watch this?
Yeah, I give it should watch this.
Okay. I also, yeah, I would say yes. If you, and I already gave you my reasons, but like, I think there's a lot of redeeming qualities about this film, despite all of my hangups with it. I'm not saying that generally, like there are hangups. My hangups with it, even despite that, I think it's worth a viewing and is on the biggest screen as you can get. I know it's not out in theaters anymore, but if you can get to some place that has as big a screen as you can get and the best audio, I think it would give more to the movie than watching it on your phone.
Definitely.
What about you, Jerry?
Yeah, it's any movie's worth a watch, to form your own opinion. Personally, I probably wouldn't see it again, but
I'm with you on that one, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'd go see it again, or at least not go out of my way. I don't know if I was at a friend's house and they said, "Hey, I'm gonna
date night."
Yeah, some background noise,
Okay, this is how we tie this all together before I give my outro. We talked about gummies earlier. Is this should you do that with this film? And would it make it better, or would you make it more? Would you like freaked out more?
I don't know. Me personally, I feel like I just wouldn't care. I wouldn't care how confusing it is.
You'd just be like,
I just be enjoying the moment.
All right.
I'm like, I'm not expecting to know what this movie's about anyways, I'm on gummies. So, that's my personal stance, I guess, on that.
All right. I decided to bring it full circle here. We talked about it earlier. Anything else you guys want to bring up before we go?
No, I think you got it. All
right. At this point, next week, there will be some spoilers up ahead. So if you want to watch and then come back next week and join us for a breakdown of Nope from 2022, giddy up and gallop on over to watch Nope. I'm on the social medias. I dare you to message the great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you would share the love. Share this with the movie lover in your life. Another way to support the show is by throwing a few shekels at the priest by visiting patreon.com/Popcorn Priest and see what extra perks you can enjoy. Lastly, the easiest way to support the show and the most free is like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review. Easier than starting your car. As always, thanks for listening, and thanks to my guests, JJ, always a pleasure, and Gerry Garcia. Lots of sounds.
A lot of going on here.
Join us next week for part 2 of Nope. We'll see you guys next week.